Alright, hello everyone. This is G4S Studios team working on our new section, the Multimedia section, and our first game here is Megaman X Command Mission. You have not yet to play this, don't you, Cameron?
No, I haven't yet.
Well,
I've seen most of it, it's just I haven't played it personally. Don't have a controller in my hand.
You're going to get a first-hand experience then.
Yeah. Looks
like, well, we start in this game, we get to move as the Awesome, at least the Awesome 2. This is the first time I've ever seen the appearance of Shadow, I believe his name is, the guy on the right there.
Oh, yeah.
But X in the middle there and Zero are the famous two, and I love Zero just because of his hair.
I was getting ready to ask, like, what part of Mega Man canon is this, but then I seen the X, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, X has always been the main guy, you know. He's been known as Mega Man.
You've had the original. Well, original technically is X.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, yeah.
Zero's kind of the addition, or the secondary guy.
Yeah. Mega Man canon has gotten kind of weird lately, so it's like I haven't known that well.
Yeah. This is the first mission, which we're here to, if you weren't paying attention, as we weren't.
Yeah, I never did.
We got to figure out what went on here and why is this place no longer why does it look like this?
I don't know. Why does it look like this?
You'll find out soon enough. Did you see that? I like that emblem on his chest.
Yeah, it looked like a kind of like a
bat almost.
Yeah, like a terror type of thing.
Yeah.
Seems like something I can do in Bat.
Oh, holy cow! We just got exploded. I mean, that thing in the middle just got exploded.
So this is kind of like an RPG of some sorts, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. If you were to compare it similar to anything, it would be just like Pokemon.
Oh. Okay.
Or Paper Mario.
Okay.
But unlike Paper Mario, it's more like Pokemon because the enemies you run into, you don't see them. You just walk around and you randomly hit some. It's like you're always walking through the grass.
Okay, I'm trying to think. It's kind of like it's like a Pokemon type thing.
Yeah.
Encounter.
Yep. But you got some extra features, obviously. But you have a menu system to access those through. So it's you got items and you got you've got. I'm not sure if you can change stuff in the middle of the game, but you can access which you'll see in some of these episodes. I won't ruin it quite yet, but it's called Hyper Mode.
Oh, okay.
Hyper Mode's amazing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I've seen you play the end.
Yeah, that thing that's behind him is a scarf. It's like because the Mega Man characters aren't actual humans; they're machines. If you don't know,
Mega Man wants to be a boy.
I just want to be a real boy.
Yeah.
And
Yay,
by far he is not anything like Pinocchio.
Okay. So his nose doesn't get bigger or anything like that? Does his scarf get bigger?
No, but you can change its color later when you unlock more colors. There's kind of unlockables that you can unlock. As you can see, I've completed this game a lot.
Apparently. Looks like my Ratchet and Clank saves.
I'm trying to figure out which one's the one, and it took me a while to look to the right to figure that out. I was looking at the levels. And this is where I kind of seen that, and I'm like, oh, well, I better look at what level.
Oh, yeah.
It was number 6, though, so... I didn't want to mess up any of my other clears, so...
Oh, yeah.
And then you can hit these little things, which I missed. You can get, more Zenny, which is the currency in this game.
Oh, Zenny's like the super...
Zenny, yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon uses it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mega Man Legends did it, too. That was a good game.
Didn't play that one.
It's pretty fun. I don't know if we would record it for the vault, but it's really fun though.
Yeah.
It gets to a grind point at one point.
Yeah, and this is one I love this game because it's I believe it's their very first 3D and only 3D-ish type approach to it.
For the X series?
Yeah, or for anything.
Mega Man Legends is kind of like this, except it's not. Well, it's not really RPG. It's almost like an action, almost like what you'd see in an Uncharted or something. But in terms of they're very light RPG elements of some sort, but it's a 3D space kind of like this.
Ah, okay.
And I could vouch for it being open world. I guess.
And if you didn't see that earlier, and it's telling me about action commands. I already knew about them though. Observe. That's gonna be one of the most useless moves that those things can use.
What, the observe?
Yeah, they used observe. Those enemies did. I think it's to up their attack.
Oh, that makes sense.
And anyway, that last item I unlocked with those orbs that I smashed is build LE is what it's called,
Okay.
and that builds your. You can use it on a character, which I will later. I didn't realize it until after. I mean, because it's been a while since I played the game when I played this, and I used it a little later. And it's to build your life energy is what it stands for. You got LE and ME. You got life energy, and ME is mechanic energy.
Okay.
Which is how you use special attacks.
So it's hit points and...
It's like magic power, but it's called mechanic power.
Hit points and magic points.
Yeah, they just use their own little system, which I like that because it's not obviously magic.
Kind of reminds me of a bit like...
that was stupid. I ran right into that one right in front of the door.
Kind of reminds me not so much of like Final Fantasy, but... Oh, I can't think of the thing now. Or there is HP and MP. For some reason, what comes to mind is Digimon World 2, which I don't know why I like that game so much.
Woo, level up!
Yeah.
And those yellow ones always contain energy. I don't remember if it's always like just the numerical one, or do you get... I think sometimes you can get max. Okay. Anti-lock is for viruses that you can get, which I think is cool. You get viruses when you're a machine type thing. It makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Some more Zenny. These are just data screens. They don't really do anything.
Hey, you said you leveled up. What does really that denote?
What?
You said you leveled up?
Yeah.
What does that do? Do you get like different...
You just get more... You get more LE and ME.
Also, all it does is just increase your...
Or no, actually, they don't call it... I forget what they call it now, actually. It's not ME, it's WE. Weapon
energy.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. I knew it was something different.
So all it does is leveling up. It's just it doesn't do like any like attack plus.
And there is a thing later that you can learn, and you'll see me attach some.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll see what they call it. You can attach them to you, but you got to watch it because you have a corrosion level, and these things corrode you. There's something with metal pieces. I can't remember what they're called now.
Shards.
It's like I said, it's been a long time. I just got done playing it yesterday, and I don't even remember. Pretty sad, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
And we're making our way up the stairs through a door. More crap to pick up. At this point, I was confused at which way I should be going, and I figured I found that I just got lucky with this door, I guess, and. Because you have to examine all these little machines, and we're finding out that all these powerful people, Reploids is what they're called, the metal people.
Reptiles.
But they're released now, and that one right there is the worst. Epsilon. Well, not really so much, but like as far as our knowledge goes, he is.
Oh, okay.
He's like the halfway boss of the game. Melt missile is nice. You can actually change your sub weapons, and that's one of them. And that one will reduce your enemy's shield when fired. So if you use both your sub weapons and your main weapon, right there, it says not synchronized because I was going too fast. I hit A at the wrong. Right here, I hit A too fast, and he says not synchronized, like telling me again.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to read it carefully. And I'm like, oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, like you can use them in a good combo where you do your melt missile first. It lowers their shields, and then you use your other sub weapon, which is the missile, and then your regular attack, and your attacks will be a little bit stronger. Each of those other two. It's not by much, but it'll make a difference.
I kind of like the way that guy looks.
Yeah, they got some unique looking enemies. It's pretty cool. I like their enemies in this game. They're really, really awesome.
Oh, I know Megaman Legends had some really interesting looking ones.
Yeah. And you always start with 50% WE if you didn't see that. So if you wait 2 turns by just doing a regular A attack, you can charge it up.
Oh, okay, so it's just like idling. Idling boosts it up a bit.
Yeah. But every time you use a sub weapon, it uses part of it too, but not as much. Obviously, you see me use both those Y and X, and that move misses a lot. And you can actually tap B. I don't know if you push it right. I usually just tap it. You could tap B to make your enemy miss or block it, but it's very hard sometimes. But as your skill increases, it becomes easier sometimes.
Okay.
So I got X Heart, which is an example of one of those things that when you attach it, you gotta pay attention to your corrosion. It's called Force Metal. There it is. And this screen explains it. Force Metals pretty much increase your ability.
Okay.
And the more you level up, the more you can take from the Force Metal. And you're gonna see that I'm gonna change my equipment now that I've unlocked some more. I kind of get messed up in the menu system because it's been a while since I played GameCube. I've been playing Xbox for so long. I'm trying to change. I don't need 2 micro missiles, so I'm just going to try and attach the one, which you can see it does. It's 30 power, and it only takes 10 ME, but it will do the shield drain.
Okay.
And then here I am mixing up in the menu. I figured it out after a while, a little while. But anyway, here comes the Force Metal screen. I did remember this one. I got 10 erosion right now. I can't go over that. If I go over that, I'm not sure if it'll even let you go back, but you can, but I know for sure that it might, if it does let you go back, it's going to hurt you in some way. And this is an example of the build LE. It'll increase by 10. So my life energy is now, can go up to 750 instead of...
So it's kind of like a little or HP boost.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
And those energy tanks, I didn't use any in these videos, which I kind of didn't, but I got close to needing them in one of my battles. But
does this game get really hard as it goes on, or?
Oh yeah, it does. It can, especially certain bosses, especially if you try to go for the side objectives. And there's one that's in particular that I like, and I'll explain it in other videos a little more detailed, but you have to send when you can collect robots during the game that you can send out on scouting missions to collect items for you, and there's keys that you can get sometimes.
Okay.
And there's certain keys, like one of them, for instance, that there's a door up ahead here that you can see that's locked.
Mm-hmm.
And it requires a key. And that key you get from having them scout out in a certain area, and you can level up your little robot guys and pick the correct ones to go on missions because they tell you what they're good at and what they're not good at.
Yeah.
And you can when you get that key, that door, for instance, has a special boss that you don't have to fight in it. She's really hard, by the way. You actually fight 3 of them, and you can unlock something. In this case, that's X's second and best hyper mode.
Okay.
And so it's well worth doing some of the side missions because I don't know if I could have beaten the game without them extra hyper modes.
It kind of reminds me about the Rhino in Ratchet and Clank, which we'll see later. I'm debating whenever I start that up if I really want to go for it. It's like 150,000 bolts to get, and you just gotta grind to get it, and it helps immensely.
But alongside finding things like keys and stuff, they find you more money and stuff, so it's really helpful. And they find items like this. They just go around collecting items. That's all they do.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the only way to find that key, you know. It's just that there's certain things you can only find by doing that. So they encourage you to do that. See, there's that locked door, and then I run into an enemy.
I like him. He's got like a weird kind of top to him.
Yeah, and this guy, as you can see, always spawns.
He's a spawn.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any like offensive moves. He's just a spawner.
He does, but he most generally uses that about 90% of the time.
Okay.
And almost 100% at the beginning of battle.
Well, yeah. Power number.
My tactic here is I'm trying to just hit him with a regular attack so I can build up to 100. After I get attacked, those little guys can't withstand my charge at 100, and that big guy is almost dead now. So this will be a 4-hit kill right here.
Critical hit.
So, and sometimes your stats give you bonuses more if you do special things like that.
You need to go find a key.
Well, I don't have bots to send out yet.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do that. That's the later type thing. You can't do that until a little later in the game when you start getting in with the resistance.
Okay.
Because you're a maverick hunter that hunts bad Reploids, like the boss Reploids that you fight, and as a fair warning to everybody, you will be battling everybody, at least all the bosses, twice within this game.
Oh, okay.
And there's a total about 8 to 10 bosses.
Do they get like tougher second time around?
Not really. You just know how to defeat them, and they're not really them. They're actually just like they're clone versions of them somehow. I can't remember what that's all about. This is the only boss. This boss, I'm not sure. I don't think you fight him again though. He's like a pre-boss.
He's like a tutorial boss, or
and he's a giant hippo with a rocket on his back.
That's awesome. They need to make a video game starring that hippo. Just shoot like a 2D platformer where you're jumping around as a hippo shooting rockets.
Rocket hippo.
Yeah, and then like a Mario Smash would be like that body slam he just did. I'd play it.
As you can see, he's very resilient. And this is the first time I play as Zero, and Zero's got what's called Heat Haze, and that if you use that, it increases his ability. And if you go up with the A attack, he just slashes away, and it does more damage each hit. Not a whole lot, but it makes a little bit of difference. It takes up just a little bit of WE or weapon energy.
Yeah.
See, you can see like that green fade around him. I think that should be the effect of Heat Haze.
Shark missile, that was awesome.
Yeah, and he just nearly took me out there. And then it starts telling you about hyper mode here when you're against bigger enemies, which I forgot about and I should have known, but so you get to see hyper mode now, and this is called Black Zero, which his second one's better, obviously. It's cooler. But he looks like
Black Zero.
Very awesome looking, even though it's not the secondary one.
You were from like
his second suit is the best and the hardest to unlock. You have to fight the Ninetales 9 times.
I've seen you fight the Ninetales. I think I've seen you do it 9 times.
Yeah, well, it might have been the last battle. The last battle,
cool.
you have to fight 9. You have to fight 3 of him when each of them have 999 health. Or is it 9? It might not be 999. Maybe it's 9,000.
That'd make more sense because it's like you're already at. You yourself is not that far.
And our attacks do about 100 every turn.
Yeah. Endurance fight.
You gotta love the hyper mode for X too.
X looks awesome.
Yeah.
I almost want to. His Buster kind of reminds me of like the grapple claw, like at some stores where you can get like a stuffed animal.
Yeah. Huh. He's collecting toys, all right.
Mhm.
And then I realized I can attack that rocket. I'm like, really? I forgot about that.
But it like blow up.
It.
Never mind.
Now it's killing him, and he starts missing very badly there because he has no head. Can't really see what he's doing.
I know what it's like to have no head.
You can't see what you're doing half the time. You missed. Look, I had a miss in there.
Try playing Call of Duty like that.
I was just checking out what I had. I was trying to figure out how to heal, and I forgot. And I do know now. There was another option in there that you go to for it. But thank God I didn't really need it. I did get killed here, obviously, as you're seeing there.
5-0.
But you do get reviving items, which
okay.
they're called reboots.
That makes sense.
Then the one to heal all your, because you eventually can have it where you have 3 people on your team fighting at once.
Yeah.
That's the max. But there's another item called Reboot All where you can revive everybody that died if there's more than one.
Mhm.
Obviously, you can't revive 3 people because if all 3 were dead, then that's impossible. You lost.
Yeah.
Now here's his R attack, and it's pretty cool. You get to select from them. I do the easiest one, which is the top one. I just try to hit him in as many times as I can, which is down right A, down right A. Looks weird being the same attack, but like I said, it's the easiest.
Mhm.
And that killed him, so.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna have to wrap this up here in a bit.
Yeah, and you get your stat screen there.
Mhm.
And that's it for this one. We'll see you on next vid.
Alrighty, guys. See ya.